Hello, welcome to another episode of BELLWOOD BIOS. I'm here today with the Caracciolo brothers. We have Nicholas
Hi.
and Dominic.
Hello.
So, having you on the show today because I heard you both had a pretty interesting job over the summer working with G&R Excavating. Can you tell me how did that come about? How did you guys get that job there?
Well, my dad works there, and whenever we got shut down because of the coronavirus, we wanted to find somewhere to work instead of just sitting at home bored, so we went there.
All right. Dominic, you have anything to add on that? Or?
No, not really.
All right. So, first question I have for you two is, what do you guys do at G&R? I'll start here with Nicholas.
Well, the main thing that we did was sort scrap metals and wires and process them so you can take them to a scrap yard and get the money for them. And those just come from the various jobs that they're working on. When we first went down there, we cleaned out the warehouses and made them more presentable so that people could actually shop in them, and so it wasn't just a big pile of things everywhere. It's more organized. And another thing we did was make deliveries, driving the trucks and taking them with trailers and stuff, delivering things and delivering the scrap to the scrap yard.
You have anything to add to that?
Nope.
All right, Dominic, I'll come to you. I mean, obviously you two are pretty young, both under 18, and Dominic, you just recently started driving. What all licenses do you need to have to be able to work in a scrap yard? Because I know there's a lot of big machines, or what all licenses do you need to work at GNR?
Well, with us being at a young age, there wasn't a lot of license that we really needed. For what we did, the only thing we really needed was a driver's license. But other than that, there wasn't a lot we could be licensed for.
All right. Nicholas, do you have anything?
Well, other than you could technically need a license to drive the forklift, but they don't really care about that down there just because you're on the property the whole time. You're not taking it to other properties.
All right. So, I guess you both might have a different reason for this. You might not. I don't know. You mean being brothers. But why did you start working there?
Basically, just because we were bored.
Same for you?
Yeah, I just needed something to do. Better utilize our time.
All right. So, I think once again, you guys will have different opinions on this. Maybe what's your favorite part about working at GNR?
Probably the most fun part was when we first started and we were cleaning out the warehouses. Probably just smashing the different cabinets and stuff, throwing them off the loading docks and smashing them with the equipment so that they can fit better. It was so that they could fit better in the roll-off boxes, but it was also just fun smashing and throwing washers and dryers off the loading dock.
Yeah, that was fun. But also I enjoyed learning about the scrap industry too. Because we weren't always breaking stuff. That was only for the first couple weeks.
All right. Well, and then this one's an interesting one. I guess I have to ask you about this one. So I'll start with Dominic. We've been going to Nicholas a lot here, but what is it like working with Nicholas?
For the most part, it was good. It was fun because I always had someone to work with and talk to and laugh at things with. But sometimes it was a little annoying, I guess.
All right, Nicholas, how did you feel about working with Dominic?
Yeah, Dominic definitely gets a little bit annoying, especially because he doesn't do things right all the time, so I felt like I was always trying to keep him in line just because it gets pretty rough with him. He's pretty stubborn about how he does things and usually not right.
All right. So, how did you guys get the job?
Really, we really did get it through our dad. He talked about Glenn with it, and Glenn said he could use extra help.
Anything to add to that, Nicholas?
Well, yeah, I originally went down there, and I was working with the estimators, and that's basically where it's how they get the job. So what you have to do is you get the measurements, and you get blueprints of the different buildings and stuff, and then you have to do takeoff estimates, and you have to figure out how much you want to be paid, and then you send your bid in so that you can see if you can get the job. So I originally went down and started helping out the estimators type those up since it can be a lot of work, and then it just transferred into full-time basically when Corona started.
All right, and then obviously we know you two are in football right now, so I'm sure you're not working too much right now, but I mean, you might have different plans, but do you think it's hard to juggle your school and work life, or do you think it'd be pretty easy down there?
I think down there it'd be pretty easily, especially with how flexible it is. I mean, eventually once football's over, we'll probably start getting back on Saturdays and selling in the warehouse, since that's the main selling day, and they're pretty busy then because it's the weekend. But yeah, right now we don't do any work at all just because it's too busy with football and school.
How about you, Dominic? Do you think it'll be hard for you to juggle your work and school life?
I don't think it will be hard. They're really understanding about that stuff down at GNR. Even when we had summer football practices, we were always off, and we just showed up to work when we were done.
All right. Well, I think that's all I got for you two. Thank you guys for coming on the show, and I wish you the best of luck with the rest of your career at GNR, and I hope you guys enjoy yourselves down there.